All right. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into your Division 1 stream for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I'm going to be your host tonight, Days Freak, coming back for the first time in, I think, a month, alongside my co-commentator, Aaron. How are you doing tonight, bud?
Yeah, I'm doing not too bad. Welcome back to Comms and RSF1. Hope you enjoy it.
Hopefully. Certainly didn't enjoy the severe sore throat I was having the last 3 weeks or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurt to breathe, let alone speak. It was killing me. Scusa. Only gonna have 16 people here tonight. 13 people decided they just weren't gonna race.
One person out in this first part of qualifying then, or is it just short quality?
It is full quality because it says qualifying 1 on my screen.
Oh, right, okay.
Alright.
Oh, but I forgot to include my audio. There we go.
So, what are your personal feelings about this racetrack?
Well, it's a bit 50-50, I think, between people that are on controller and people that are on wheel. But for me, as I'm on wheel, I absolutely love this circuit. I feel like I'm really strong around the here. And yeah, looking forward to it on Wednesday.
Well, as a controller player myself, personally, I actually really like the track. I had a lot of success in my league race I had earlier this year, up until I got taken out by some, I'll call them idiot, because the word I want to use is a lot more vulgar. Let's just put it like that. We got two drivers going on to inters. That is not allowed unless there's rain on the track, and I don't see any droplets in the sky. First man out of the pits will be the McLaren of Caesar Wizard. So far, he has had a pretty rough start to the season. Gotta hope if you're in the McLaren garage or if you're just Caesar Wizard himself that he finishes the season much stronger than he started it out. Following him will be Evast, I believe, in the Aston Martin.
Yeah, Reese is coming out on the inters for some reason. Not sure
As I
what's
said,
up with that one.
technically not allowed, so could be there. We've got Eterau and Ipswich Techers both retiring. I assume they both have a qualifying ban. Other drivers out on lap are Easton and Q in the Mercedes. Got an Alpha Tauri and a Ferrari leaving the garage now. The Ferrari of Tom and the Alpha Tauri of Howes, last week's race winner. Go over to Caesar Wizard as he's coming through the final sector now into the final corner. Turn 27 out of 27. Still hasn't turned on the ERS. Might be doing 2 laps here. Down to first gear here through this first chicane, a minimum speed of 51 miles an hour.
Seems like another
warm-up third gear. It might be. Pretty confident I would be a good bit ahead of him by now. Not saying something.
Looks like Evas is on a bit of a quicker lap behind him.
First sector is a 39.7, so we're going to move over to Q. He's the next man behind him. He looks like he's running an actual lap here. 32.5 through the first sector. Now through the banked hairpin of turn 12, I think it is.
I think that yellow flag is for Draco, who found himself facing the wrong way. Or maybe in the barrier at the end of the first chicane, but
60.7 through the first two sectors for D's and Q. He's coming into the final sector now. He might get a toe off the McLaren here. McLaren is going to move out of the way, but D's and Q still got a bit of a toe off of him there. Out of the final corner now. Through the line, stays off the pit lane entry. It's going to be a 28-0. 46-2 for Caesar Wizard. Evas with a 27-1. We're already close to the 26s. Next man across line will be the Red Bull of Reese. It's a 31-5. Easton across line, it's a 46-7. Looks like he'll be doing another lap here, or maybe not. No, probably not. He just wanted to put up a banker and be coming in now. Draco on his out lap. The Haas, Sink Diggles, 1 minute, 0.6 through the first two sectors. Top speed of 207 miles an hour before heading into the final corner. Out of the final corner now, across the line to open up the DRS. To the line, it's a 27-7 for the Haas. It's P2. JJ Hudson with a 37-6. Looks like he's going all out here now. Next man across the line will be C. White. He'll be starting his first hot lap of the session. After him is Howes.
I'm not too sure why these drivers are doing so many like warm-up laps. Because this is Sam's second time round.
Remember, only 16 drivers here, so only one person's leaving, and we've already got two drivers who've left with quali bans. Adam, I might have also had a quali ban.
So that means we've lost everyone that would have been knocked out.
Evast retires in the pits after putting up provisional pole position. Draco, who's crossed the pit entry lane, but takes a lap anyway. It's a 27-8. Not entirely sure how the stewards will look at that. C. White going less than 100 miles an hour through the second sector right now. Staying out of the way of the Ferrari behind him, though. How's going pretty slow here.
I think these drivers just want to try and save their tyres as much as possible for Q2, considering they are guaranteed to get through.
Yep, he's a Wizard, retires in the pits now. I saw yellows on track and the man retire. I wasn't sure what had happened. Tom diving into the pits. C. White coming out of the final corner. His lap is currently well over 2 minutes. I do remember my first season here, they said there was a limit on how much you can sandbag your laps, so to speak. Even if you know you're getting through to Q2 or Q3, you can't go too slow. Don't know if that's still a rule that's in effect in the league or not, but if someone in the chat knows, let us know. Snedden across line puts up a lap just a hair under 2 full minutes. Pigeon Munch, who's going rather slow here. Top speed of only 186 miles an hour. But the AlphaTauri is Snedden, who's going to have to get out of the way. Maybe not, since Pigeon Munch has lifted off so much.
I wish we
retired
could
in the
say.
pits.
Wish we could say we could have a more thrilling Q1, but I get why these drivers are doing these laps, but yeah, like you said, with that whole minimum time for a lap, I think that's a rule still, but as Petronas pointed out as well, it is in the rule book that you can't do a lap on inters on a dry conditioned, well, dry track as well, so probably a penalty coming Reese's way. But
Retired in
we'll
the
wait and
pits.
find that. Pigeon Munch is going to be the last one to set a time, unless Snedden is as well. Yeah, he is.
Pigeon Munch puts up a 39.5, puts him up to P7.
I think Snedden's just
He's
coming into
pulling
the pit lane
pits.
now. Yeah.
I don't know why he's going so slow though. The light's flashing and not, you know, solid red. So I don't understand why he was going so slow there. Only thing left to look at now is just Pigeon Munch, who I assume is on an in lap.
I think Pigeon Munch is the only one out on track. Yeah, he is. Would expect him to come into the pit lane and retire so we can get just straight on to Q2. Almost loses it out of the exit of turn 27.
Then finally retiring in the pits. We just gotta wait for Sink Diggles and Pigeon Munch now. Both of whom can retire right now. Mr. Pigeon Munch has retired.
Is this the track with the most corners on it on the calendar?
Yes, yes it is. 27
Thought
corners.
so.
Oh, thank God! I thought we were really gonna stay here for 5 minutes. Seriously, I just got on Twitter because I was like, well, I mean, if we're just gonna sit here for 5 minutes, I might as well check out what's going on and with the NFL because that's what I was doing. I was watching NFL Red Zone before this.
Mhm.
And then I checked my phone and it was 2:53, and I was like, ugh! So yeah, that was fun.
After an exhilarating Q1, it sees Evas going to the top by 6 tenths over Diggles and Draco, but I'm sure we'll see a lot of these drivers putting in a lot better times in Q2.
Bears up 28-14. That is absolute insanity.
Well, now there's no safety of people having qualifying bans and there only being 16 drivers on the grid. We're guaranteed to have 5 people out in this session.
Oh. First man out of the pits is the Aston Martin of Evast, followed by JJ Hudson, the McLaren of Caesar Wizard, who's coming out of the pits now. D's and Q, the Haas of St. Diggles.
As Ipswich Techers retires from the session again. I think he was on a quali ban, but because
Oh,
other
yeah,
drivers,
because there was 16,
yeah,
he should have come
seemed
out of
like
the
at him
pits.
as well.
See, there's a league I was in for a bit where you would have to be the first one to come out of the pits. You'd have to immediately go backwards on track, and it would disqualify you. And as soon as your car parked, everyone else could come out. It's kind of a long process if there was 2 or more people with a quali ban, but
yeah,
you know, you got to do what you got to do. And honestly, I feel like RSF1 should do that, but I don't know if the admins would want to do that because it is, as I said, kind of a long process sometimes.
Yep.
Especially when you're in a situation like this where 3 people have a quali ban.
Then it affects other people's time out on track as well. So
exactly, it would be really screwy.
Yep.
We got Evast coming through the first chicane on the exit, nearly hits the wall on exit of turn 2. Immediately by turn 3, we're going to ride on board here. 4, immediately followed by 5, 6, full throttle, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 31.9 through the first sector. Into the bank hairpin, 93 miles an hour minimum speed through the bank hairpin.
the yellow flag in sector 1, I think it's for
JJ
Diggles.
Hudson.
Diggles is
Diggles.
This will be Diggles from the session.
Oh no, I think he spun and then tried to turn it around but didn't do it quick enough.
Oh, I had that at China last season.
That's why you gotta just turn yourself around. You can't wait. You don't.
Yeah.
This game doesn't give you the time that you need to turn around. You
Yeah.
literally gotta either turn around right away or you gotta just accept the fact that you're gonna get a disqualification.
That's really unlucky for Diggles. That'll find himself P15 for this race.
You've asked to cross the line now. Nearly hits the pit wall. It's
26.8.
26.8.
What a lap. What can others do? DZNQ goes second fastest.
JJ Hudson with a 36.1. Not really much of a lap time there from him. A 27.6 for Caesar Wizard. A bit more of a representative time there from the McLaren. The next man to cross the line will be the AlphaTauri of Snedden, and he's currently on his outlap.
I think it'll be Reese in the Red Bull that's next one to cross the line, currently finding his way through sector 2 at the moment.
Oh yeah, he'll be the next one to put up a time. Looking at that outside wall there, very tight, 59.7 through the first two sectors. Phenomenal run there through those few corners. Opens up the DRS for the penultimate time on this lap. We get top speed of 207 miles an hour heading into turn 27 out of 27. Out of the final corner now, a little bit of an oversteer. Opens the DRS, hugging the inside line there to the line. It's a 26.841. It's 0.04 of a second over EVAST. Pole position for the Red Bull of Reese.
Seems like all the action's happening in Sector 1 at the moment, because Sneddon will I think Sinnan's the next one to cross the line, and he's not even finished Sector 1 yet.
JJ Hudson's just crossed the line with a 28.09. Caesar Wizard a little quick into the pit entry. Doesn't speed though. D's and Q coming into the pits as well. Howes starting set about halfway through Sector 3 now. Evast into the pits. Who do we got next? Sneddon will be the next man to cross the line and put up a time. Howes crossing the line, starting his first hot lap of the session. Ooh, big oversteer, snap of oversteer from Sneddon there on the final corner as he's coming to the line now. He doesn't open up the DRS, and it's a 27.65 P3 for him. Pretty much out of the final corner now. Has to correct the car a little bit. Opens the DRS. No, maybe not. No, there he is. 28.5 on his first run here in Q2. Draco going desperately slow into the final corner to set up the run to start his lap. Reese is retired from the session in the pit lane. Taking provisional pole here.
I think House is going to be the next one to cross the line.
Drastic Blaze has joined the session. He'll be starting from the tail end of the field, though. Ooh, Sam Howes with the fantastic first two sectors to 59.6. Hugs the inside line as much as he can, and it's pole position for the AlphaTauri. It's a 26.728, over a tenth ahead of Reese. .1 for Tom through the first two sectors, heading into the final corner now. SLR Evo has joined the session now. Opens the DRS. Tom across the line now. It's a 27.057. It's P4 for the Ferrari, despite putting up quite an incredible lap time. C White across the line, 27.9. It's P7 for the Williams driver.
Tell you what, Draco's had a very good middle sector. I think it was purple as he comes around to the final corner now.
Out of the final corner now. Opens up the DRS. To the line, it's going to be a 27.061. He's 0.04 of a second off Tom. We got a P3 and P5 for the Aston Martin duo.
Quite interesting that Easton hasn't set a time yet as well, currently setting P14.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the session. He still has not left the pits. We got a Mercedes coming out of the pits now. It's going to be D's and Q. Mr. Pigeon Munch going very, wide out of that corner, having to cut the whole corner. Keeps the lap valid. I'm not sure if the stewards will allow it or not.
It's like he's 6/10 down currently.
I don't think he's going to be able to find that time in this final sector here. It's really the main sector. You're going to find almost all of your time is sector 1. If you don't find time in sector 1, the rest of your lap might be a bit of a wash. Keyword there being might. It depends on how bad you did in your first lap. With 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, it looks like Easton's going to finally come out, but I would say he came out a little early if you're only going to do the one run.
Unless he's planning on doing 2 runs, but with the tyre wear around here, I don't think that would be
not the best idea or the best strategy. Q will be the next man to cross the line and put up a time. He currently sits P11. He is on the outside facing in. He's going to find over 0.2 of a second on this lap to get into the top 10. He's going to find about a second, at least a second, to be safe. Through the first sector, it's a 32.189 for Q. He's found almost 0.4 through the first sector alone. He's gonna have to continue that trend through these the second and final sectors.
He's gonna encounter the traffic of Easton as well as he makes his way.
Easton way off to the side of the track. Making sure he doesn't impede at all. Almost a second found for Q. He's coming through the final sector now. Very good run as he opens up the DRS now.
It's good to see him go top 5 if he keeps us.
Snedden's crashed. And Pigeon's going slow. What's happened there? Back to Q as he's come out of the final corner now. Opens up the DRS and across the line, it's going to be a 27.485. It's P6 for the Mercedes. Next man across the line will be Caesar Wizard. He's invalidated. He's going to be best case scenario P7 for Q3. See White on his outlap. He's very early into the outlap and not a whole lot of time, so he cannot waste any time here on this outlap. Neither can Mr. Pigeon Munch. He's not a lot further ahead. JJ Hudson not going to get a tow from his teammate. That is quite a shock there. Hudson's only found 0.3 through the first 2 sectors. Be enough to improve his position, but only by 1. How much time did he find in that little high-speed chicane there? A little deep into the final corner. Gotta hope if you're JJ that didn't affect you too much. Across the line now. He found 1/1000th of a second in the final sector. Howes comes into the pits, retires from the session. He is satisfied. Don't think we can really blame him. That's a pretty good lap. Mr. Pigeon Munch has crossed the line now. It's his last chance. C. White coming across the line now. About 20 seconds or so left in the session.
Easton only goes 11.
Across the line does not put up a good enough time for Q3. P11 for the Alfa Romeo. Q coming into the pits now. Thankfully, won't have to see the yellow flags popping up. I said red for a moment there. And we got yellows in sector 1. What has happened to C White? Don't know, but he's going to have to get out of the way of Easton, especially if Easton is putting up another lap. He's not. No, he's definitely not. He's too slow in the first sector here. Gotta hope the Alpines plan this to perfection. No, Mr. Pigeon Munch is well off. He's almost 7/10 off in the first 2 sectors. Toe's not going to do anything here. He's not going to get to Q2 or Q3. So C White and Sneddon get through on frankly, on pure luck, with Easton not being able to put up a better lap and Mr. Pigeon Munch just not being able to improve on his previous best. So your bottom 5 here: Easton, Mr. Pigeon Munch, Ipswich Techers, FGE Adam, and Sink Diggles. Your top 10: Sneddon, C White, JJ Hudson, Caesar Wizard, D's and Q, Draco, Tom, Evast, Reese, and Sam Howes.
It looks like Pigeon Munch lost a front end plate as well on that lap as well, which wouldn't have helped him.
That would certainly explain why he wasn't able to find any time in the first 2 sectors.
Well, this is going to be interesting going into the race, having Easton and Atom both starting P11 and P14, the 2 championship protagonists in Division 1. This could give Sam Howes a really good chance at closing that gap to the top 2, as he's made it through to Q3.
Certainly can, especially with Sam Howes only being 38 points down in the championship right now. This could be a huge swing in his favor. And hold on, Sneddon crashed. That's right, he's not going to get to Q3 due to his crash.
Oh, that's unlucky. We're only going to have 9 drivers on the grid.
He would have been P8 if he hadn't put out a final run. Coming out of the pits there cost him cost him a shot at Q3. C White, so actually it's C White who's lucky to get through to Q3, only beating out Easton by 61 thousandths of a second.
Just be 2 minutes, go grab something.
First man out of the pits will be the Williams of C White here. Following him is the Aston Martin of Draco, the McLaren of Caesar Wizard, Alpine of JJ Hudson, the other Aston of Evast. Sam Howes coming out now. Looks like D's and Q will be coming out now. the final corner, and out of the final corner now, C White will start the first hot lap of this final qualifying session here. 10 minutes left on the clock. Through the first sector, C White's going to put up a 31.787. Bit of echo there. .59.8 through the first two sectors now for C White. Yellow's in sector 2 for an Aston Martin. It might be Draco. No. Evas getting out of the way of the Alpine of JJ Hudson. Across the line, C White is going to put up a 26.857. Pretty good starting time here. As the Red Bull, of Reese B07 is now finally coming out of pits. Draco across the line with a 26.7 puts him on pole position. Caesar Wizard has invalidated his lap. He'll be diving into the pits now. JJ Hudson going rather slow heading into the final corner. Coming across the line now, it's going to be a 33.859. 39.9 for Evas and a 26.9 for Sam Howes. Puts him P3. Decent Q across the line, puts up a 27.866. P4 for the Mercedes. Next man across the line will be Tom. Unfortunately, he's invalidated his lap. Evas improving his time by over 2.2 seconds in the first sector. He's almost catching Hudson here. Over a second faster than him right now. He's going to start getting a slipstream from the Alpine. Faster through the second sector. It's a 59.483 through the first two sectors. Oh, JJ Hudson's out. Oh boy.
We'll say that was it.
I think Sam Howes just avoided that.
That was the exit of the chicane before the final corner.
Yep, in the final sector. Jesus, that was the most destructive crash I think I've seen in a qualifying session here. Is Evas, because of that toe he got in the second sector, puts up a 26.6. That could be the time to beat.
Currently an Aston Martin 1-2 as well at the moment.
I imagine they're going to be feeling really good about that. Decent Q definitely going to be coming in here, and he does. Going to move over to Reese, who's going extremely fast there through this chicane section. Opens up the DRS for the penultimate time on this lap. And the final corner minimum speed of 71 miles an hour. Almost hits the wall on exit. He may have actually hit the wall. Yeah, God, cat move.
Goes fast as well,
Wow.
26.4.
Almost 2/10 faster than Evas, and Evas had that toe in the second sector.
That shows it's still all to play for, clearly.
Certainly is. Caesar Wizard has now started another hot lap.
locked up into the first corner, which isn't going to help him.
Certainly won't, no. Yellow's up ahead of Caesar Wizard. It's for Reese. He's going slow. He's run out of fuel. Still haven't fixed the yellow flag sections of the track when you crash or run out of fuel in quali or something. Caesar Wizard through the first two sectors. Ooh, taps the wall there just a bit. 60.26 through the first two sectors there. Opening up the DRS. Out of the final corner now. Heading down to the line. Opens the DRS for the final time. 27-1 for the McLaren. It's P6 for Caesar Wizard.
There's Tom's coming out the pit lane.
Now.
But it's probably one and only lap in this session.
I don't think Caesar Wizard's going to have enough time to do another lap. That's going to be it for him. Less than 3.5 minutes left in this session. Sam Howes at the end of his out lap.
This could be a lap to watch from Sam Howes.
It will be. We're going to be riding on board here with Sam Howes. Top speed of 207 miles an hour before he hits turn 1. Minimum speed here of 57 through turn 2. Left-hand kink at turn 3 immediately after turn 2. 4 and 5. Full throttle through the S section here. Lift just for a moment there. Not improving in the first sector. He's almost a 10th down. Out of the bank hairpin. Not a perfect run through there. I don't know if he gained any time or lost time there. We'll find out when he crosses the end of sector 2 to the beginning of sector 3. Wow, he's found half a second in the middle sector. Oh no, that might be it. That might be it for his pole aspirations. Still find a position or two here. Through the final corner now. Opens up the DRS. To the line, it's going to be a 26.5. If he wouldn't have lost the rear end there out of the chicane, he would have had pole position by probably a 10th. P2 for the Alpha Tower. He's got to be kicking himself right now. Everyone else now is on an outlap, with the exception of Tom, who's currently started sector 2 as a 31.854 through the first sector. Ooh! Ow, twitchy. You bitch! Get off me! Apologies for the language. My cat thinks it's a great idea to scratch the Christ out of my leg. God. Go! Oh, that was... Oh, great. And I'm bleeding like a cow.
Oh, dearie me.
102 something for Tom. He's backed off this lap. Clearly. I didn't even know whether he had or not. Like I said, cat claws my leg like it's... Oh, God, that's painful.
He is confirmed out for the rest of the season with injuries.
Sustained from a cat attack.
Tom crosses the line now. It's not going to be enough to make up any positions. Unless this is him starting a lap, I believe.
No, he backed out of that last lap. This is him doing his real lap here.
Oh, very twitchy out of the exit.
Yeah, he's definitely got a very, very oversteery setup here, and he's losing the rear end on more than one occasion. Checkered flag waves. Sam Howe's the only one who's done with Q3. Well, him, JJ Hudson, and T's a Wizard, of course.
Evas is
Tom
not
just
improving on his time.
Tom losing over 6/10 through the first sector. We're going to move over to D's and Q's, over 7/10 improved through the first two sectors. How much more time has the Mercedes found? Across the line, it's going to be a 27, almost a 27.7 exactly. He loses over a tenth and a half, though, in the final sector. Not enough to improve his time. It's P7 for the Mercedes. C. White across the line. It's going to be P2. He takes P2 away from Sam Howe, so Sam Howe doesn't even have the front row to start on. It's P2 for C. White.
Aston Martins have both backed out of their laps as well. Draco went wide at the exit of the Sector 1, and Evast, I think, just couldn't find the time on his lap, so it looks...
Tom getting a fat toe off of one of the Astons. Might be able to save his lap here. Comes across the line now, and it's a 27.4. It's enough for P7, so he does find a bit of time. Reese takes pole. Wow. Improving by almost 3.5 tenths. It's a 26.1. We almost had a 25-second lap here tonight. That is incredible from the Red Bull.
What an impressive lap from Reese to secure the pole position in Division 1. Over 4 tenths as well, the gap between Reese and White in the end there.
God, that hurts so bad. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Reese P1, followed by C. White, Sam Howes, Evas, Draco, Caesar Wizard, Tom, D's and Q, JJ Hudson. Fortunately, JJ Hudson was not able to put up a representative time, but good news for him is he will be starting P9.
Indeed, Soggy, I will be watching what I say tonight, making sure I don't get any more trouble as last week. Mr. Whittle has said Diggles win inbound. It'll be interesting to see what Diggles can do. He showed some really good pace until he had that unfortunate disqualification, so should be an interesting one for his race.
Certainly should. Alright, start of the formation lap. From back to front, we have got Drastic Blaze on the mediums. Evo on the mediums. Edarau on the hards. Sync Diggles mediums. Hards for both Adam and Ipswich Techers. Mr. Pigeon Munch on the mediums. Hards for Easton. Mediums for Snedden. Hards for JJ Hudson. Mediums for both D's and Q and Tom. Caesar Wizard on the hards along with Draco, Evast, Owls. Top two of C White and Reese, BO7 on the mediums. Holy mother of everything, my knee is hurting really bad.
Looks like I'm gonna have to leave and rejoin because for some reason I'm stuck on the race director screen, so I'll be like 2 minutes.
Yeah, man, all good. I'll send you the invite here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. How are the Bears giving up? Oh my God, the Bears are so. Ugh. You're up 28-7, and you're down now 31-20. You guys are genuinely worthless.
There we go.
You back in?
Should be.
Good. All right. Five lights out, and away we go here for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Howes is going to get the lead because Reese was in AI. I didn't even know he wasn't in the lobby. No one told me. Sheesh.
Caesar has a drive-through penalty before the race even started.
Oh, dude, seriously? And he's not even he's an AI too, so his AI literally got the drive-through. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. What is this game? I mean, honestly. Reese is still an AI, and I'm pretty sure it just said that he joined back.
Caesar and Q and Snedden was side by side. Snedden gets through.
Reese has rejoined his car finally, so good news there.
Caesar and Q try to take that position back as they head up towards the chicane.
Got a three-way fight here for P8. Right on board with Ipswich, see what happens.
Oh, this is fantastic racing.
Oh. Yeah, very close, but keeping it clean. Ooh, Ipswich almost losing the car there. That in. Gonna get the move on Easton. He has gotten it. It's B9 there for the AlphaTauri. Got Mr. Pigeon Munch, Edarau, and Caesar Wizard all into the pits. Caesar Wizard has finally rejoined the session.
This could get interesting. Easton and Atom.
Oh boy.
Joint 10th and 11th at the moment.
Goes Reese off. Almost hits the wall there.
Evast up to P2 now.
three-way fight here for P7. Looks like Hudson's going to hold on for now. He's in queue looking for the switchback off the exit of the banked hairpin. Look like he's going to get it, though. He rides the curb there a little bit and kills any momentum he had. No DRS here, not yet.
Atom goes up the inside of Easton.
Yep, Easton dropping another position down to P11 now. Adam up to P10.
Could we see a position change though again from Easton as they head down the main straight? Seems like Atom's got more straight line speed than him though.
Evas with the fastest lap of the race. DRS has been enabled now. Oh, Evas did take fastest lap. He's still 1.4 back on Howes. Only about less than 0.2 faster than Howes that last lap. Right on the gearbox of JJ Hudson. Just there to... Oh, boy!
Oh, it's an AlphaTauri off in front of Snedden.
The DRS train here from P7 all the way down to P14. Oh, Evo trying to get a move on Ipswich Deckers, but instead bump drafted him just a little bit there.
Could see him coming out of the chicane.
Not a perfect run there. D's and Q getting a move done on Snedden for P8 there. Ipswich Techers trying to get the move on Easton. Looks like he's got it. St. Diggles almost loses the car completely out of the final corner. Right on board with him, and we're going to get a front row seat here for this three-way battle for P11.
Oh, there's an Alpine.
Oh, boy.
Shit.
Oh, boy. Ipswich Techers takes full advantage of it. Oh, Evo and Adam with a little bit of contact.
They're still side by side. One's gonna have to bail. It is Atom.
Yep, it's Adam. Didn't have a choice there either. He stays side by side and they lose about 2 to 3 seconds to the guys in front of.
Draco and
perhaps
Tom.
even crash. Ooh, Easton almost into the back of Adam. Adam going a little slow there. Oh, we got a car around. It's Hudson. Oh, and Hudson was running a very good race there. Oh, and he's out. It's a safety car. I was going to get on board with Caesar Wizard, but he's too far back. He's way too far back. He's not going to see what happened.
I seen what happened.
The near 2-second lead Sam Howes built on the field has now been erased.
It seems like JJ Hudson.
2-second gap on C. White.
JJ Hudson was trying to spin the car back around, but I think he just kind of lost it again and then collected the wall.
Yeah. Tragic
Caesar
way
will
for
probably
him
be
to end
happy.
this race already.
Caesar will be happy that there's a safety car that allows him to get back into this race.
Well, him, Etterau, and Pigeon Munch all being able to get back into this race. Now,
Everyone's
we got a
coming
lot
into
of
the
people
pit lane.
pitting. The first man staying out is Snedden. On the 4-lap old mediums, he stays out, but a lot of people who started on hards like Howes and Evast both pitting. Draco and Adam as well. They're going to have to go on to mediums. They're not going to be able to get these tires to the end. They're going to have to pit again. Those pitting onto the hards, it's going to be very close. I don't think they're going to be able to get to the end from here, though. It's don't last nearly that long.
Crazy fish in the chat tonight. How are we? He's saying what wings are Division 1 running. I have absolutely no clue.
I didn't ask any of them. I didn't even ask my fellow McLaren drivers what they're running. I got no clue. Like, currently, it looks like only 5 people really stayed out. Can't say Caesar Wizard because he might end up pitting before the end of, or at the end of this lap. Ditto Eterau. Pigeon Munch is in the pits onto a set of hards. The drivers who stayed out as of right now are Snedden, Ipswich Tackers, Evo, Easton, Drastic Blaze, Caesar Wizard, and Eterau.
Diggles has picked up a 3-second penalty as well somehow.
Oh, we got it under the safety car. That explains it. I was going to say, I know no one had it before the safety car came out. I don't know what caused them to get it, but here we are. Currently, drivers under on fuel right now. Caesar Wizard. Snedden's another. Easton also under on fuel. So Snedden, Easton, and Caesar Wizard all under on fuel right now. Probably feeling like geniuses with the safety car coming out. Although I imagine someone here now wishes they would have started on softs instead of the mediums or even the hards. Temptation to start on softs, frankly, is pretty high here with how often people crash out in the first 4, 5, 6 laps here. And my stream has got commercials. Lovely. Or I guess I should say advertisements.
Don't you guys call them advertisements or something like that?
Oh, I just said that, advertisements.
I thought
Americans. For shorts.
I thought Americans pronounce advertisements or something like that.
No, that would probably be Welsh people or something. I don't know. South Africans, something. I don't know. Any English-speaking language or any English-speaking country that isn't America pronounces it like that, I would imagine.
Yeah. Like you guys pronounce garage or something like that.
Yep, garage.
I thought, how are we? What's a bet? There was a crash after the safety car. Place your bets. Hopefully not for the sake of these
What's the
drivers.
bets of their safety? Is a crash after the safety car?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like going into the first chicane.
I mean, I would probably say at least 60% chance. If this was Division 2, I would say 257,322% chance. But being that this is Division 1, I would bring it back down a bit. Just a bit, you know? You know what I mean?
Well, we're going to find out very shortly because the safety car is in this lap.
And the safety car restart order, as I said before, Snedden, Ipswich Techers, Evo, Easton, Drastic Blaze, Howes, Evast, C. White. Howes going side by side there with Drastic Blaze. After C. White, Tom, Reese, Draco, Sink Diggles, Adam, D's and Q, Caesar Wizard, Eterau, and Pigeon Munch at the tail of the field.
Releases now.
And it looks like, yeah, Snedden releases pretty early there. Catches out Ipswich Techers a decent bit. Fair enough bit to allow Evo to be able to make a move. He's thinking about it. Position changes here, going side by side. Evast and Howes. Still side by side. Someone's going to have to back out here for this corner. Oh, Howes puts him in the wall. Snedden's out. Snedden is out. What's happened to the AlphaTauri?
Oh, he's found the wall at the exit of the chicane. He looks like he's gone straight on.
No way.
That's not brought out a safety car somehow.
No, that's not a safety car. That's insane. Gonna go over to Sam Howes. He's trying to make the move around the outside work at the banked hairpin. He's got it, but he's got a slow Red Bull in front of him. He navigates them both. It's up to P3 for the AlphaTauri. Looking behind him. Oh, we got a Red Bull around. Oh!
It's
He doesn't crash,
It's
though.
Reese's out.
Oh, but Reese
Oh, there's a
does.
massive crash.
It's a safety. Oh, there's a huge amount of debris everywhere. Oh my God, what has happened? Evo is still in this race, but his teammate is not. Neither is St. Diggles. Both of them have crashed out. We had 3 drivers leave this race, all in the span of half a lap. Wow.
I'm
Okay,
surprised that's not a red flag.
I genuinely same. I with how much bits and pieces were on the track. That should have been a red flag.
That was crazy. I think we had 2 drivers and multiple sustaining damage in that.
Thor just said tuned in at the right time. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Certainly
if you want to blame anybody for this crash, blame Thor. Submit your stewards reports right now, please. Clearly, Thor has done something. I don't know what he did, but well, you know, sneaky Germans, sneaky little Germans. Nah. Obviously, I'm obviously just joking, guys. Don't take that seriously, please. Anyway. Has it been? Has it really?
Rory, can we please be quiet? We've had this conversation. We've had this conversation multiple times.
Oh man, that's great.
Soggy, don't get yourself involved in this as well, mate.
Oh man, this is great. All right, wow. So after all that, had a few drivers come in, change their tires. Easton on the mediums now. Drastic Blaze on the hards. He should be able to get to the end on those from here. Evo on the mediums. I want to say Edirau changed onto the hards, but they're a lap old, so maybe they did before the safety car came out. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know. Maybe. Someone help me out on that, please.
Seems like Draco's not in the lobby. I'll try and get him back in. There we go. Anyway, so Days, Soggy wants to know if you're pro-Trump.
God, no. No.
I already knew the answer to that. Rory just said, up Joe Biden.
No, I hate them both equally. I think them both redacted.
If you had to pick who the president was, who would it be?
Me.
Yeah. I wouldn't disagree with you one bit.
Well, yeah, my campaign slogan would be, what the F is a kilometer? Come on, man.
Hey, exactly.
How is that not a winning slogan? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Be the answer to every question, too, and you would never be wrong.
Exactly.
And it looks like everybody here in the field now has enough fuel to make it to the end.
Ipswich Techers finds himself in the lead, making 12 positions since the start. I don't think has pitted yet, has he?
He is not. He is one of 2 drivers that has yet to come into the pits. The other being the McLaren of Caesar Wizard. I think I just saw a ghosted car. Draco. Hit Draco up with an invite quickly.
Already did it, but if he needs it again, then I'll shoot.
Yeah, just hit him up with another one. I
Will
don't
do.
He may have restarted his Xbox or something, and not sure. But safety car restart order will be as far as
white
White
as
has just
left
left.
as
You're
well. Jesus
kidding me.
Christ. Right, I'm on to it. Don't worry. You get on with that Restart order.
Safety cars in this lap. We got our restart order as follows: Ipswich Techers, Evast, C White, Tom, Adam, Draco, He's a Wizard, D's and Q, Mr. Pigeon Munch, Easton, Sam Howes, Drastic Blaze, Edarau, and Evo at the tail of the field. Got Ipswich Techers going about as slow as humanly possible. I mean, literally going slower than my grandma goes in a school zone.
Slower than this year's Ferrari. Not saying something.
Slower than this year's McLaren when it started. White
Releases
has rejoined
now.
the session, and he's gone now, but he doesn't catch out Evast at all. In fact, Evast might have known he was going before he knew he was going. As they come across the line, he was already half past them by the time they crossed the line.
Fantastic.
Evast to P1. Got a three-way fight here between both of the Williams drivers and Tom. Tom up to P3 now. And he's going to go away. Sees a Wizard looking to try and get a move on one of these guys. And good news, C White and Draco are both back in their cars. I was right the first time. I don't know what I was correcting myself for here. Look at how close. Oh boy. Caesar almost losing it. Draco barely avoiding the McLaren. Ooh, very late braking there compared to.
Oh, he nearly ran into the back of Itaro.
Oh boy. Draco takes P6 away from Caesar Wizard. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Old tires on restarts always feel terrible. Doesn't matter how old or how fresh they are. If they got any amount of race wear on them, they're gonna feel like they're at 85% on a restart. I don't know why, but it literally doesn't matter. Every time a safety car comes out, you pit, you're fine. Ipswich Techers has just been passed by his teammate Adam, looking to try and pass Ipswich as well. Ipswich Techers down to P4. He was on the restart P1. He's now P4 and looking like he might lose a position to C White as well. He will before the line. He's lost 4 positions in just 1 lap. Oh, never mind. Okay, Ipswich just ran into the back of C White. I don't think that was intentional.
Oh, there's more contact and there's Sam Howes around.
Oh, and it's a virtual.
Pit lane.
With virtual safety cars, C White got punted by Ipswich Techers. Again, I don't think he meant to. Just, unfortunate set of circumstances there for C White and Techers. Howes also getting caught up in something. Lead. Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy. Rory, Soggy does not own me, so you can shush. Soggy wants your driver. Soggy wants your opinions on the Second Amendment.
Bro, this ain't the time for all this. These
Take that as you wish.
I mean, you want to ask me in a private party after the stream, I'll definitely tell you my opinions on things. But otherwise, I'm focused on the stream right now, my guy.
You'll be there for a couple of hours as well. Yeah, C White picked up damage in that as well. That's not going to help him.
No, certainly won't. Evast, about 6-second lead. Everyone here has got to be careful not to get a drive-through. It's green flag back out in the air. No one gets a drive-through. Good news there for everybody. C White losing a position to Sam Howes. I don't think Howes got any damage. DRS has been enabled. I almost said E.
Drastic Blaze is in the pit lane.
That he is. C White's also going to be in the pit lane. I imagine Ipswich Techers will be in the pit lane after he gets through with his lap. Evast's at 1.7 second lead under the VSC is turned into 4.5. Adam not far behind Tom. Draco about 2 seconds off of them. Caesar Wizard 1.2 off of them. Ipswich Techers gets a 5-second speeding penalty in the pits. That's really going to hurt his race. Of course, that's assuming he doesn't get a giant penalty for the punt. Evo looking for the move for P7 on Pigeon Munch. I don't think he's going to be able to get him here, though. Seeing as Pigeon also has DRS. Not a great run there through the chicane for Munch, though. Ipswich Techers has retired on track. That's not a crash. That is a retirement on track.
Pigeon Munch and Evo having a battle. There's a massive battle. There's a 5-car battle at the moment. For P6, I believe. Even better, P5.
You know, watch on board with East and see what happens here between the four. Pigeon backs out. A bit of contact between the McLaren and the Mercedes of D's and Q. He's a wizard. Oh boy!
Pigeon Munch was wide. Oh, I got that on track. That was close.
Those contact between Pigeon and Evo there caused Pigeon to lose it. Easton, trying to avoid running into the back of Pigeon, almost lost it as well. And that's allowed Sam Howes and Ederau to catch back up. Easton around the outside of Pigeon Munch gets the position before the braking point. The P8 for the Alfa Romeo. Evo still on the gearbox of the Mercedes. He's just waiting for a single mistake. Or maybe he's going to take the move here. Not yet. He slides back in behind him. Side by side. D's and Q gets the move done on Caesar Wizard. Caesar Wizard getting passed by Evo as well. Ooh, we got this angle. I like this.
Evo goes up the inside of DZNQ for P5.
He's going to get the move done. Is he going to get DRS? No, he's not. Everyone behind him will, though. Including Caesar Wizard, who's going to look for the move on the inside. It's going to be three wide heading into turn one. Oh, and a little bit more contact.
Easton fancies a move.
Oh, 3 wide into this corner is not going to work. Oh. Easton backs out.
Bit of contact.
Caesar Wizard. Oh my God, this is looking very dicey here.
Oh, and Easton rides the curve.
Yep, and it just sent him right off the track. Sam Howes up to P8 now. He's right behind the McLaren of Caesar Wizard, who's starting to drop back from Evo. The last thing Caesar Wizard needs is to drop back here. The only driver on track who's yet to pit, though. He's got to pit in the next lap or two to be able to take full advantage of those mediums. Got to hope for a safety car to come out, too. Adam getting past Tom for P2, but there's 7.5 seconds back on EVAST. Yep, Evo past D's and Q. Easton past Caesar Wizard. It's P8 for him. Tom back past the Williams of the Adam.
Fantastic helicopter cam on board with Easton.
Very, very good. Absolutely lovely. Sam Howes just barely gets DRS. He's going to be able to hold on to P7 ahead of Easton. Might even be able to fight for P6 or 5 with these two up ahead. Mercedes and a Red Bull fighting for position here. Where have we seen that before? Not like these, like kind of onboard cameras. I just don't like those. Oh, Howes rides the curb there. He gets sent off now.
Very close to him hitting the inside barrier as well as he came back on.
Good news is he was too far ahead of Caesar Wizard to take out Caesar Wizard there, because if he'd have been a bit closer, it would have been a huge crash for them both. Ederau and Pigeon Munch are just barely holding on to DRS. And only by sheer luck of the guys ahead fighting way too hard. Easton gets the move done before DRS was even activated. It's P6 for the Alfa Romeo. Way too far back to get DRS off Evo. Evo's now pulled away a good bit. 1.4 seconds or so ahead now. Q going to look around the outside of Easton.
Oh, Easton's round!
Oh, what's happened to him?
I think he made
Oh!
contact.
He may have bumped. He may have bumped Q. I don't think it was Q's fault. I think he just bumped into him, and unfortunately, that sent him spinning. Sam Howell's not able to make the move on Caesar Wizard. Might be able to here on the exit. Got fresher tires, not by a lot. Etterow's got much fresher tires than these two, though. Only 9 laps on the hards versus 12 and 15. Oh boy. Really, your closest fight for closest gap for position here is between Sam Howes and Caesar Wizard. Only 3/10 separating the two. Caesar Wizard just barely holding on to his position right now. Okay, right about now would be the time you'd want to pit onto the mediums.
Sam Howes is absolutely rapid on these hards as well, currently behind Caesar Wizard at the moment.
Caesar Wizard's got DRS off D's and Q's starting to drop back despite being on 4-lap fresher hards than Caesar Wizard. Again, look at how close Sam Howes is. I mean, he's getting every ounce of dirty air a man could possibly get. It's almost completely unfazed him.
Can look to the outside of DZNQ, makes the move, goes a bit wide though, so DZNQ is going to come back on. They're going to go side by side all the way down the main straight. Can Sam Howes capitalize?
Neither Caesar Wizard or DZNQ is going to get DRS. They
Sam Howes is
both
going to
equal
take
the line.
Sam Howes for 2 for the price of 1 heading into the chicane.
He might get it.
Oh,
contact. Oh, and the poor run for DZNQ allows Caesar Wizard to come through and take P7 away from him. Guess who this is also allowed back into the fight? Mr. Pigeon Munch. I think right now, if you're Pigeon, you just want to watch these guys fight. You don't want to get involved yourself.
Sam Howes ran over the curb again as well.
Yeah.
Obviously struggling in that part of the track.
Certainly, either that or it's the tires. Either way, it's definitely not helping him try and pull away from Caesar Wizard and company. Both the Mercedes drivers to worry about, too. And, oh, Mr. Pigeon Munch has made the move on Etterau. He's going to get DRS, and Etterau won't. Very poor run there through the game. Pigeon's not going to get DRS here. He's got to use his DRS, I think, if he wants to stay close enough to these guys.
Sam Howes is going to be a little bit of a sitting duck on this straight, I think.
Evo getting P4 off Draco. Caesar Wizard getting P6 off of Howes. We've got Etterau pitting. I assume onto the mediums. The softs will make it to the end from here, but they will be very, very sketchy at the end. You want to go at least, you don't want to go much more than 5 laps on the softs here. In fact, that might be what Caesar Wizard is planning here. Continue to run these hards until they're pretty much in the ground, and then go to the softs. Ooh, just a slight kick of oversteer there in the rear for Caesar Wizard there. Got another overhead view. Sam Howes getting close to the back of that McLaren, but not overtaking him there. He knew it was going to be very risky to try and overtake there. Going to open up the DRS again. I don't know why it shows that it's closed. There's no way he hasn't opened it right now. Unless he's just trying to stay behind him here. Oh, and here's something. Evast and Tom both into the pits. Adam stays out. Evo
That's
and Draco
interesting
both
call.
stay out, of course. Evast and Tom both onto the softs. got the undercut done. Are they going to be able to take advantage of it, though? They might be coming into some traffic. They are. D's and Q just ahead. Doesn't matter. He immediately makes the move on D's and Q despite having cold softs. Just shows how worn those hards are by now. Now he's stuck behind Caesar Wizard and Sam Howes. He's going to be able to dispatch of these two as quickly as he did D's and Q. Oh, he bumps into the back of Howes. Almost. I don't know how that didn't send Howes into the wall. I'm actually astounded. Ooh, Howes pushing him a little wide there. Trying to make it as difficult for him as possible. Evast. Oh, he's around! He's around, and it collects Howes! Oh! And that might be Evast's race done and dusted. Tom now passes Evast by a light year. Easton now passes Evast. Evast, any chance he had at the win now is pretty much gone unless his safety car comes out in the next lap or two.
Draco and Evo having a battle for P2 as well.
I would say
the final corner.
Adam's got to pit now. Adam is pitting now. Good news there for him. Evo and Draco both got to pit. Draco stays out the extra lap. Evo pits. Draco's got a pretty big lead over Caesar Wizard. Draco gets a 3-second time penalty that's going to be huge. He's got 8 seconds. And he's going to have to get rid of that 5 or he's going to have to take it to the end of the race. Caesar Wizard has to pit soon. I can't imagine he could stay out on these tires much longer. D's and Q and Pigeon Munch don't have to pit again, but you got to wonder whether they're going to be able to what's the word? Resist the urge. Tom, 2 seconds behind them. FGE Adam did not get the undercut on Evast despite the contact that he had. He's only 3 seconds back on Evast, though. Adam could be getting DRS off of Easton here. Sam Howes with a 3-second time penalty. That could be huge. Though he's down in P13 now. I don't know how big it'll be for him, but... Other drivers got penalties include Evo, Howes, and D's and Q. Draco already said had 8 seconds. And Easton just let Adam go. I mean, he just got out of the way. He didn't even care. He was like, yeah, I can't defend you. I'm not going to cause a crash. I'm just going to move.
Tom makes that move on Pigeon Munch as well.
Yep, Tom currently the leading driver on the softs. Draco stays out another lap. 16 laps on the mediums. And after 20 laps on the hards, Caesar Wizard has finally come into the pits. It looks like right now your race winner, the race leader right now, looks like it's going to be Tom. He's only 1.2 back on D's and Q. It's only a matter of time until he passes him.
We got a virtual
and we got a
VSC.
Evast has crashed. What's happened to him? Oh, the same thing. I think that happened to Sneddon. Maybe it was JJ Hudson that did that earlier in the race. It's a full course safety car. And Caesar Wizard gets a 5-second penalty for a collision with C. White. 4 seconds apart. How did that happen?
We're going to have like a 1 or 2 lap shootout here, I think.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 2 laps,
I think anyone not on the softs is going to have to pit onto the softs. I mean, Easton, Drastic Blaze, C. White, they're all going to get absolutely swamped by the soft runners. But the man who looked like he was going to win this race, pretty much for sure, has now crashed out of the race. Another one of the drivers who was almost a surefire pick to win after qualifying, Howes, down in P12. He is on fresh sauce, but he's on 3-second time penalty, which means he's going to have to hope either everyone else gets a time penalty or some other kind of miracle like that. Draco into the pits. I think he just broke his wing. D's and Q's going to pit as well. Let's see what they do here. Looked like he got damage after all. Pigeon Munch into the pits. Adam is on fresher tires than Tom is. Tom's got that extra lap. might give Adam the advantage here. Evo, only 2 laps on those softs. Caesar Wizard staying out, of course, he pit last lap. And he's going to gain a handful of positions. He's up to P6 now.
Diesel Inc. are going to have some sort of defensive masterclass for these last 2 laps.
Yeah, I don't know how he decided to stay out. I mean, he's not even going to have to put up a defensive masterclass here to hope for the minimum of podium. He's going to have to hope for a few guys like Pigeon Munch and Easton to also get penalties to at least take P3. Well, looks like the safety car restart here, order here, will be Ease and Q, Tom, Adam, Evo, Draco, Caesar Wizard, Pigeon Munch, Easton, Drastic Blaze, C White, Edarau, and Sam Howes. As of right now, it looks like this race is going to be between Adam and Tom, barring anything unforeseen. Oh, lovely, my phone died. I was wondering why it was off. Should have charged it before the race. Oh well. Safety car will not be coming in this lap. It'll be coming in next lap due to the fact that Drastic Blaze, White, Seaway, Edarau, and Howes are too far back. We got C White diving back into the pits again. Guessing he just wants the freshest set of softs. I don't understand the sentiment, but he's stuck behind Howes. Has got ridiculous pace around here. Drastic Blaze has had pretty good pace all night. Edarau, who's been quietly having a decent race for themselves. Last time D's and Q pit was at the end of lap 4 when the first safety car in this race came out. He's now on 18 lap old hard, 19 laps old when they cross the line next time by to start the final restart for this race.
Crazy Fish calling it now that DZ and Q will cause carnage.
Oh, he certainly will. I don't think it's... Unless Tom and Adam get past, I think he's going to cause absolute mayhem for these final few laps. Everyone on the softs is going to be fighting tooth and nail for every inch they can possibly find. I don't think they're going to be giving up a position or anything because they want to be clean or friendly or whatever. I think they're just going to go for it. There's a handful of drivers there are a good number of drivers here on the grid right now that haven't won a race yet this season. So if you think they're going to be, polite about this final restart, dead wrong. If anything, they're going to be even meaner. Safety car is coming in this lap. It'll be 2-lap shootout to the end. This time, it'll be D's and Q, followed by Tom, Adam, Evo, Draco, Caesar Wizard, Pigeon Munch, Easton, Drastic Blaze, Edarau, Howes, and C White. And we are a go. D's and Q doesn't catch out Tom very much at all. Adam gets caught out, but only slightly.
Tom's already going for the move into the first corner around the outside. Makes light work of
contact!
D's and
Q's already lost both positions.
There's caution.
It's Mr. Pigeon Munch that's around. I'm going to be watching the top 2 here, though. Tom had a perfect restart there. He's got 7/10 in climbing on FGE Adam. Meanwhile, look at this. Draco Evo on top of Q. Look around the outside. Oh, Draco almost losing it there. He's a wizard now trying to get around the Mercedes. Oh, almost runs into the back of him. He's gotten past him now. Easton looking at a podium right now. If he can just stay within 3 seconds of Evo. Got to get around Q. Like he might, trying to go around the outside. Ederal gets a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt any chance that they got a point. Although C. White is 7 seconds back off the back of Drastic Blaze. What has happened to them? Sam Howes trying to use every ounce of ERS to get past. It's the final lap of this race now. Oh, Adam looking for the switchback. Don't believe they've got it. No. It's a two-man fight here between Adam and Tom. Evo, though, is starting to crawl back up into this fight. He's got the 3-second time penalty, so that's not going to help him here, but being able to fight for the position on track, still a good thing here. He's currently P6, but he's got no penalty, so he could be looking at a podium here. Right on board here with Adam. Oh my God, just barely avoids the back of that Ferrari. This could be, I believe, Ferrari's first win in Division 1 this season. If he can hold on, he's got a handful of corners. Well, remember, they don't have DRS.
Oh, true, yeah. He's probably going to give him one up the inside, though, is he, into the final corner.
Not using the ERS, Adam is. Got to use every ounce of ERS left in that battery. They cannot let off of the ERS here.
Adam,
oh, good bit of contact. Oh, when Evo's around, Draco puts him in the wall. Coming to the line, it's going to be Tom who takes the win here at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Adam P2, P3
Easton P3 has
Draco
contact on the
P4.
line.
P5 Drastic Blaze, P6 House, followed by Season Wizard, Ederal, D's and Q down to P9, P10 for C White, Evo P11, and unfortunately Pigeon Munch just, I don't know what happened to him, but
something.
He fell off a cliff. He's down to P12, unfortunately, about 40 seconds back on P11.
That was something of a race at the end there.
Certainly was. Your race winner here, Tom. His first win of the season here in Division 1. Drive of the day, Evo. It certainly would have been an even better drive for him if not for the final corner.
Easton pulling another miracle out of his hat of tricks, getting himself back onto the podium after it seemed like all was gone for him during about halfway through that race.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident Easton needed that final safety car to get a podium there, and he got it. Your top three separated by less than 2 seconds.
That is some crazy stuff.
I would personally say my driver of the day is honestly Drastic Blaze. started 18th all the way in the back. Didn't get to put up a lap in quali. He showed up a bit late, and he clawed his way all the way up to P5.
And we've got a full house in for interviews tonight.
We do have a full house. So to start off with you, Easton. First off, P3, how are you feeling? Yeah, you were running about P6 to P11 the entire race there up until that final safety car, and lucky for you, it ended up coming out at the perfect time for you. Comes in with 2 to go, and almost everyone ahead of you had penalties, so all you really had to do was just keep it clean, and you were going to get P3. Certainly.
What an NPC.
Oof. Oof. That is rough. But yeah, just take us through your race.
Yeah, I was really scared of people, to be honest. I was just letting everyone through. Because I know
we
that's
did see a
division,
little
like
bit
the
of
back
that.
man, been here for what season are we in? 9? Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been in this division for 7 seasons, and they're all terrorists, so that's why I just let them all go. But yeah, I'm
Can't blame
happy.
you on that one. I don't have my phone. Aaron, what track do we have next week?
I'll have to go into the Discord to actually look.
Spain.
But Spain.
Spain. Thank you. All right. Well, next week we're heading to Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix. How are you feeling for that one?
I do love a bit of Spain, to be fair. What I would probably say one of my best tracks, race pace wise.
Okay. Anything else you want to say, or is that all?
No, and I would like to say, shout out to Diggles and One Shot for the wonderful engineering motivation from Mr. One Shot, and Diggles is just doing a bit of engineering towards the end, so I can't thank them enough.
Okay. Well, thank you for the interview. Best of luck to you next week, Easton.
Thank you.
And congrats on your podium.
Thank you.
On to our P2 finisher, our championship leader, I believe, still. FGE Adam, how are you feeling after P2 here tonight, knowing that you probably could have gotten P1?
Yeah, I mean, that race had anything really. Loads of safety cars, much contact really, and also great fight for the win in the end. I mean, yeah, obviously I could have won that race. I think I was quicker than Tom a little bit, and I think I pushed him right to the edge at the end there. But yeah, I mean, considering I had a quali ban at almost maximum points, so that's very important for the championship, and that's everything that counts. And yeah, I mean, even though I probably lost like 7 points, I guess it's good to see that another driver got to win this season, which is good for the league itself. And yeah, just over the moon with that P2 really to extend the championship.
Certainly is. Always love to see first-time winners, regardless of who it is. Next week we'll be heading to Spain. How are you feeling for Spain?
Well, another RSF1 race, another quali ban, so can't wait. But,
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, I mean, Easton said this good race pace. That's good for him, but he won't be too happy that my race pace is blistering there as well usually. So I'm gonna try to give him another fight and run for his money. So yeah, I mean, as said, as long as I don't get absolutely put into a wall, I think we're looking good, because I think we've got decent pace in the race. And qualifying is usually my weak point, so that just saves me a bit of quali practice, which is just the W in the end. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously, long race. Hopefully less safety cars, because track is just wider. But yeah,
Certainly.
I think Sam will be very strong there again, so he's going to be the #1 favorite again. And you never know, maybe Tom is going to win again. So yeah, can't wait.
That would certainly be an interesting one if we did end up having Tom on the top step once again. But congratulations on P2. Best of luck to you next week, and see you at Spain.
Cheers.
On to our race winner. A man who up before today, had yet to stand on the top step of the podium. I don't think he'd even been on the podium, period, before today. Tom, how are you feeling, my guy? Congrats on P1. Well, again, congratulations, and run us through your qualifying and your race for today. Or for you guys tonight, I guess. I can certainly see why your heart would be pounding having him of all people behind you for P1 of all positions. But you did a fantastic job on the defense there. Yeah, exactly. You did a fantastic job there. Congrats one last time, Tom. Best of luck to you next week. Speaking of, how are you feeling for next week? Well, that is the dream, isn't it? Thank you for the interview, Tom. Best of luck to you next week, man. And that'll do it for me, folks. I've been your host, Dave's Freak, alongside my co-commentator, Aaron Sco. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow will be Division 2's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix featuring... Oh, no. Oh.
It's fine, we only had 5 people
Man.
watching that.
The one got
Yeah.
to his head.
Yeah, it's all good, bud. Like I said, man, just best of luck to you next week. Hope to see you here again next week as well, man. That'll do it for me, folks. Goodbye and good night, wherever you are.